My name is Raviraj Ramchandra Devte. I am studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. My subject is chemistry. Topic is corrosion. We are studying in corrosion, types of corrosion, effects of corrosion, and prevention of corrosion. Corrosion. Corrosion is a natural process characterized by the deterioration of a metal, as well as a metal result in a chemical reaction with its environment. This is a typical involves a gradual degradation of metals surface due to exposure to moisture, oxygen, acid, or other corrosive substance. Corrosion it can lead to weakness or degradation of a metal, com- compromising its structural integrity and functionality. It is significance of corners of various industries, including manufacturing industry, construction, and infrastructure, as it can cause economic loss, safety hazards, and environmental damage. Preventive measures such as protective coating, corrosion resistance metals, and regular maintenance of employed to magni- magnificent corrosion by effective by example. One common example of corrosion is the rusting of iron or steel. When iron or steel is exposed to the moisture or oxygen in the air, a chemical reaction occurs, leading to the formation of iron oxide, commonly known as rust. This process weakens the metal over time, causing it to become brittle and eventually crumble. Types of corrosion. Dry corrosion. Dry corrosion, also known as oxidation, is a type of corrosion that occurs in absence of the water or moisture, unlike many other forms of corrosion. When typical requires the presence of water or an electrolyte facilitated chemical reaction, dry corrosion can occur only due to the exposure to oxygen in the air. Wet corrosion. Wet corrosion, as the name implies, occurs in the presence of the moisture or aqueous solution. It is one of the most common types of corrosion and encompasses virus in mechanic facilitated by the presence of water and other liquid. Wet corrosion affected by the range of materials including metal, alloy, and even materials like concrete. Differential metal corrosion. Metal corrosion, also known as simple corrosion, refers to the deterioration of metal due to chemical reaction with their environment. It is a natural process that can occur in various form of depending upon factors such as the types of metal, the surrounding environment, and the presence of the other substance. Corrosion can lead to structural weakness of loss of functionality and aesthetic degradation of metal surface. Preventive moisture can corrosion resistance materials can commonly employed to magnetic it effects. Differential aeration corrosion. Differential aeration corrosion then it refers to types of localized corrosion that occurs when there are variation of oxygen concentration or aeration level across the surface of the metal. This is this variation in aeration can created area with the differential electrolyte chemical potential, leading to a accelerated corrosion in the oxygen with higher level concentration and compared to region with lower level oxygen concentration. Waterline corrosion. Waterline corrosion refers to the corrosion that occurs in the specifically in pipes or other equipment used to the conveying the water. It is significant corners of the infrastructure of a plumbing system and industrial facilities or where water transport is essential. Waterline corrosion occurs due to the various factors of infrastructure, including quality of the water beginning transferred the metal used to the construct the pipe and environmental condition. Fatigue corrosion. Fatigue corrosion is a localized form of the corrosion that can be occur on the surface of the metal and alloy. It is characterized by the formation of a small fit or cavity in the metal, which can be penetrate deeply into the metal while affecting the only small area initially. Fitting corrosion can be particularly damaging because it can be lead to sudden failure of the metal, even if the all corrosion rate is relative. Corrosion. Structural weakness. Corrosion can degrade the mechanical property of metals, leading to the loss of structural integrity. This weakness can be compromise of safety and reliability, components of and structures, increasing the risk of failure or collapse. Metal loss. Metal loss corrosion result into the gradual loss of metal from the surface of the metals and alloys. This can leads to dimensional changes, reduce the thickness and ultimately the functionality or performance of affected by the components. Leakage failure. In critical applications such as pipeline storage and storage tanks, machinery, corrosion induced to degradation can causes rupture or failures. These failures causes environmental contaminated safety and hazardous and costly. Repairs to and replacement. Prevention of corrosion. Protective coatings. Applying in the protective coatings such as paints, polymers, films, or metallic coatings can create a barrier between the metal surface and the corrosion environment, preventing the direct contact of the and reducing the rate of corrosion. Protective coatages. Applying the protective coatages such as paints, polymer, metallic coatings can be create barrier between the metal surface and the corrosion environment, preventing the direct contact and reducing the rate of corrosion. Corrosion inhibitors. Using the corrosion inhibitors as a additive in the coating or treatment applied to directly metal surface can be inhibited corrosion process by forming a protective layer chemical environment to it less corrosive.